Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10 and support the channel at the same time. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to this special edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. This is our July Picks of the Month video, and this month we're going to look at 15 undervalued Commander cards that are going to be under $9 a piece for you. Some of these maybe are a little bit overlooked, others do get a little more play. However, I thought it would be good to talk about these, not necessarily that they're going to be spiking in value anytime soon necessarily, but these are all cards that will have potential for growth in the coming months or years, and some of them maybe you've never heard of or maybe thought about. So, quickly, before we get started though, just a fast reminder about this video. This does go out to gold patrons about a day or two early, so by the time you see this on YouTube, some of the prices could have shifted slightly. However, I'm not anticipating any big changes on these cards at all. So let's get right into it. We're going to start off with the cheapest card and work our way up today. So we'll begin with Thran Turbine for 35 cents from Urza's Saga. Now, this is not on the reserve list. It's an uncommon, not a very expensive card. But you know, this thing can do some serious work for you in Commander. It fits into any deck, which is really nice. It only costs one. It's really cheap. Now, you can't use the mana you get from this for spells. However, you can use it for anything else. So activated abilities and such, you can just kind of push those out quicker or more efficiently with a card like this. And again, for this price tag, why not? Ether Snap at 67 cents. This is the Darksteel version. This actually got reprinted in Commander 2014 as well. I try not to necessarily go into a lot of cards that are going to be situational. So I try to refrain from color hosing cards or cards that are really narrow except in a specific situation or against a certain matchup. But this one I couldn't resist because even though, yes, this is going to be great against any deck that's trying to run, say, a doubling season. I mean, tokens builds, +1/+1 Atraxa builds. This kind of hoses them for just 5 mana. However, this is still just good against like planeswalkers or other random things you're going to run into in the environment. So I think, again, for 67 cents, why not own one of these? This one I really like. Tomorrow Azami's Familiar for 80 cents. This has never been reprinted, and it just gives you so much great card selection. It's a creature, so sure, there's a fragility to it, especially in Commander. But again, a lot of people aren't going to necessarily want to burn a removal spell on this thing right away until they feel like they need to. 1/5 creature, okay, it can block or something, I suppose, but really it's all about that ability. If you would draw a card, instead you get to look at the top 3 cards of your library, choose one, and then the others go on the bottom in any order. So just in your draw step, you're picking the best card out of the top 3, and if you have other draw effects, which you probably should if you're playing blue, you could really get a lot of value here. Withering Boon, 90 cents. Now, this is not on the reserve list, but it might as well be because it's so far out of color pie, I don't see them reprinting it anytime soon. And you're going to see a few cards on our list today that fall under this category. When I play Commander, I look for cards that can do things outside of color pie, just simply because once I choose my colors, being able to have access to some of the abilities that I shouldn't be able to, I think can be very good and sometimes surprise the opponents. So something like this, if I'm playing black and I'm able to counter a summon spell or creature spell, sure, I have to pay 3 life. But this only costs 2, a black and 1. Yeah, why not? Again, a very cheap card under $1. Good pickup. Crescendo of War, 91 cents. This one kind of surprises me. I feel like this should definitely be more expensive just because it was only printed in Commander 2011, like the original Commander products. And this particular card is great in a few different places. Like, I love this Serpillifor because it gives the bonus to all attacking creatures, not just my attacking creatures. So if my opponents are attacking each other, they can do it more efficiently, which is kind of awesome. And with my creatures, I also get a little power bonus when blocking, and that, of course, adds up over time. Perfect for Pillow-Fort. But even beyond that, imagine like go-wide strategies or strategies with a lot of evasion. It is worth mentioning, too, this gets a counter on each upkeep, not just your own. This card can be good in a lot of different places, and it's still under $1. Submerge. Well, this is $1.33. It's never been reprinted. Again, not on the reserve list or anything like that, but it is a powerful card, so I don't necessarily see it getting reprinted anytime soon. But it's especially good in multiplayer games because it says if an opponent controls a forest and you control an island, so it doesn't have to be the person you're targeting their stuff with or anything like that. It can just simply be someone at the table has a forest, then I get to play this for free. That's kind of awesome and could surprise somebody, definitely. And if you can't use it for free for some reason, I mean, 5 is not the worst thing in the world. At least you can still use the card. Not necessarily amazing, but doing it for free can be super sweet. Praetor's Grasp at $1.60. Now, this one I kind of like because, again, we're going out of color pie a little bit. This feels more like a blue card, kind of like a bribery. Now, it's only 3 to cast, And you do have to cast whatever it is you take out of the opponent's deck, but you can really do that at any time. Doesn't have to be the same turn or anything. So put it all together. I feel like the efficiency's there. You're going out of Color Pie for $1.60. Hey, why not? Suppression Field at $1.99. What I like about this card is, even though there are other cards that do this type of thing, it only costs 2, a white and 1, and it doesn't shut off mana abilities. So if you have mana rocks or something in your deck, it doesn't mess with those, which is kind of nice, but it messes with any other activated ability and can definitely hose like combo decks or somebody trying to use planeswalkers perhaps. So I do like this quite a bit for the cost here, both for the casting cost and the financial cost. Mimic Vat at $3.36. Now, I'm not going to say this is a card that a lot of people don't know about. I do see this played a lot in Commander, but I do think the price is right here at $3.36, really under $5 for this card. Sees extensive play in Commander, and I feel as if that this is one of those cards that actually could go up quite a bit in the coming months if it wasn't reprinted or something like that. I feel as though a lot of the other cards we're seeing today are going to have long-term slow growth. This is one that maybe could potentially spike at some point. I just feel that way because the card already sees extensive play and it's just so good, especially in multiplayer games. Duelist Heritage, $4.04. This actually just got reprinted in the Commander Anthology series. And that one, just because it just came out, you can get it about half the price if you can find a single available. Sometimes it's hard because people don't necessarily open those and sell singles very often. But anyway, regardless, whether you're spending $2 or $4, I think the price is right for this card. Because again, it's another good pillow fort card. It doesn't just work on your stuff. Whenever creatures are attacking, you get to make one of them have double strike. So if your opponents are attacking each other, hey, have some double strike. If you're attacking somebody, hey, creature has double strike. Lots of versatility. You can play some political games with this card. It's really awesome for just 3 mana. Ritual of the Machine from Alliances at $4.99. This is on the reserve list, so this is one that potentially could creep up over time, especially if there's ever a reserve list buyout or something like that. Although, remember, Alliances, there was a pretty heavy printing of these cards, so don't feel like you should go out and try to manipulate the market here. That's a no-win situation. But $5 for this, I think, is great for a Commander card. Simply, again, we're leaving the color pie. This time we're in black and we're able to steal a creature. Not every creature. It does have some restrictions, obviously, and you have to sack a creature to make it work. But you know what? I think this could surprise some people from time to time. Cursed Totem at $4.99, not on the reserve list. As a matter of fact, this was reprinted in 6th edition. But no matter which one you pick up, an artifact like this for 2 mana that's going to shut down creatures' activated abilities can be quite sweet for you. Especially in Commander, you know there's going to be a ton of creatures with activated abilities. People aren't going out there playing vanilla creatures. If you're maybe in a token deck or doing something where you can get around activated abilities a little bit, this could be great for you. Or maybe you just play it as a panic button if things are getting out of control. Debt of Loyalty, $5.77. This one's from Weatherlight, and yes, it is on the reserve list, but again, we're leaving the color pie a little bit here. This time, white can steal a creature at instant speed from time to time, so that's actually pretty sweet. Nice follow-up play, too, if you are either wrathed, or maybe you are even the one doing the wrathing. So you're able to take the best creature at that point for just an additional 3 mana, 2 on color. Feels pretty good, and you know, this is still very affordable and is only going to go up being a reserve list card. Circle of Despair, another reserve list card that's $6. I love this Orzhov enchantment. I know there's been a lot of enchantments on the list today, which is weird for me, but in Commander, I really like enchantments, especially cheap ones. And this one in particular, yes, I have to pay 1 and sacrifice a creature to activate it, but as long as I have some fodder or token generation or something like that, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Prevent all damage to any creature or player from any one source. You can protect yourself, you can protect your creatures, you can protect other people and their creatures, so you can again play the political game here. This card's super sweet for $6. And our last card for today is Reiterate from Time Spiral, jumping up a little bit here to $8.45. This hasn't been reprinted yet, maybe it will be at some point, but this is a very good card in a Commander game. You know there's going to be powerful instants and sorceries flying around, and of course you could have many in your own deck. For 3 mana with the 3 buyback option, to be able to fork something at instant speed is kind of amazing. Especially if you can get your opponent and surprise them with this, fork something back at them or to another player, and then the players are going to know this card's in your hand because really that buyback cost of 3 is very affordable in a Commander game. And yeah, once they know it's there, they might slow their roll a little bit, but that's not a bad thing either because it's slowing down their game plan. And also you can still use this on your own spells if no one wants to bite and play something. So yeah, this card is amazing. Your opponents are going to have to find a way to get it out of your hand, or it could get out of control pretty quick, or it could at least come up the game. All right, with that being said, that is our picks of the month for July. Now, next month's theme is going to be cards that are rotating out of standard. We're going to look at some of the cards that you might want to pick up as they're going to be hitting their rock bottom prices throughout August and September. Until next time, though, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible by the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.